In this video, we're going to talk about how long it takes to grow on YouTube and also what kind of journey, what kind of time frame, what kind of steps can you expect for you to have a successful YouTube channel. If you want to learn all these behind the scenes tips and tricks of how to have a successful YouTube channel, then keep on watching. How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Simplicity. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you are new to the channel, what about building your brand, business, and impact online through social media marketing? So consider subscribing by clicking that big red button down below to learn how to turn your passion into a job by starting today. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help support the channel, helps get the video out, and helps us to reach more people and change more lives. If you are new to the channel, we are doing an iPhone giveaway. So if you want to enter the giveaway, make sure that you do watch the whole video because there are poop emojis popping up all over the screen. So make sure you count all those little guys and comment down below with your total number. And then comment down below after you've finished watching the full video with the total number of poop emojis that showed up in the entire video. So firstly, let's talk about what it really takes to grow a YouTube channel and what it really means to have a successful YouTube channel. Well, firstly, when you look at content creators, there definitely are a few creators that we know that just seem to start out and they just seem to take off, and we can't understand why we're not seeing the same growth that they're having. This is what I call a 1% of all content creators who have this kind of success rate, and generally these type of content creators don't appear to have done anything specific. You watch their videos and the structure behind how they've managed to grow on YouTube, and there isn't really anything that you can spot that they've done to get the success that they have had. This is what I call the 1% of all YouTube channels, and we call this the unicorn. These channels do exist and they're always going to be there. There's always going to be someone who starts off and just blows up, takes off, and we can't understand why they've had so much success when we haven't. For the other 99% of all content creators, there is a process involved to get to the point that we see now in all successful channels. The first thing is it takes a lot of work, grit, and tenacity. All of these things that got them to the point that they are, it's all behind the scenes stuff that we don't actually see, and we don't actually understand how they got there, what they had to sacrifice, what steps it took to get to that point. All we see is the outcome, and we just think that they're lucky, that they didn't earn it. It was all about luck and they don't deserve where they are. The fact is, you can't understand how somebody got to the point that they are now. All you can see is where they are now. You can't see the journey and the process and the hurdles that they had to overcome to get to that point. One of the biggest things is successful creators make it look easy. Just think of actors or actresses that you see in movies and TV shows, your favorite sports players, all of these people, when you see them at the highest level and you're thinking to yourself, wow, I really want to be them. Wow, that looks like such an amazing job. They're so lucky to be where they are. Why can't I be that lucky to get to that point? We don't see how they got there. We don't understand so many things that helped them get there. We don't know how long it took them. We don't know the struggles they went through. We don't know if they almost quit. We don't know if they had help to get there. There's all of these unknowns that you don't know. All you see is the outcome. All you see is where you want to be, and you don't understand what they had to do to get there. And this is the huge misconception with wanting to have a YouTube channel. All we do is we look at these successful YouTube channels and we think we want that too. We deserve that too, but we don't realize what it actually takes to get there. The biggest misconception with a successful YouTube channel is you only see 5%, that's right, only 5% of what goes into being a successful content creator. All we see is the finished product, which is about 5% of what actually goes into creating that YouTube channel. We don't understand all of the struggles behind the scenes of owning their own business, creating the content, doing the research, the filming, the editing, the life struggles that they have, just the struggles of being a human being, all of the mental barriers that they had to go through. You don't know the time frame that it took them to get to that point. All you see is the final product, and they make it look so easy that you think you can do it too. Just like when you watch your favorite movie or your favorite sport, you see them and you're like, wow, they're either really, really talented or they're just super lucky, and you're thinking, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. But what you don't realize, what you don't understand is that other 95% of the behind the scenes to what get them there and how they're maintaining to stay at that point that took sheer determination to get there in the first place. So what you gotta realize is talent equals hard work. A lot of famous people will tell you this. They didn't just get there overnight. They didn't just get there by sheer luck. They had to be determined. They had to put in blood, sweat, and tears to get to that position, and now they're in that position where they are at that talented level. But that doesn't mean they were naturally talented. Yes, there are naturally gifted people. And yes, there are people out there who have different opportunities to get to that point, but that doesn't mean it was easy. It was not handed to them on a platter. They had to go through different barriers, different struggles, all of these different struggles that they had to go through to get to that point. And what it all comes down to is hard work. So when you actually think about it in terms of the time frame and how long it took them to get there are so many successful YouTube channels. What you don't realize is the majority of those huge channels, they started out on YouTube when it wasn't even where it is today. They just did it for fun. They just did it because they loved making videos, and they learned as YouTube started to grow. They started to grow as well and started to learn as the platform grew larger. What you don't realize is it was 10, 15 years down the road that took them to get to that point. It didn't just happen overnight. They didn't just happen to already be in the platform and it worked out well for them. They had a plan. They knew what they were doing. They knew that the goals that they had set. They knew exactly what they needed to do to get to the point that they are now. But what you don't realize is it took them 10 to 15 years to get there. And when looking into this deep, we've got various guidelines of how people manage to get to the success that they are at. And when you look at this as an average, you're looking at about 30,000 to 40,000 hours spent to get to the position that they are in. That's 30,000 to 40,000 hours of filming videos, of editing videos, of learning, of researching, of all of these different things that you have to go through to get to that point. You don't just watch a couple of videos and learn and get that experience. It takes a long time to gain all of that knowledge, all of that experience, to get to that position, that knowledge level, that diversity of expertise. Just like your famous actor or sports person, they not only had to put a lot of time to get there, but they have to put in a lot of work to stay there and to maintain that high level that they're at. You can't just get to a point where you're really fit, for example, and then once you've got there, you can just stop. No, you have to keep working out 7 days a week, making sure that you maintain that fitness level to maintain that high intensity that you've reached. And there's a really good saying, it's good work equals good reward. If you put in the time, the effort, and really give it 110% to learn, to improve, and to better yourself every single day, and really showing that you're willing to give it to your all to get to this point, is going to give you that good work, is going to equal a good reward. It takes hours and years and time out of your busy schedule to get to that good reward. And it all comes down to hard work, giving it your all, showing that this means enough to you to go through, and you're passionate enough to keep pushing forward to get to that end goal. It never comes easy. Anything in life worth having doesn't come easy. So it really comes down to how badly you want it and how much you're willing to fight for it. Good work equals good behavior. There's no shortcuts to life. There's no shortcuts to rewards. If you try and cheat the system, if you will, to get to that point, you'll find that even if you do manage to get there, you can't maintain it because you haven't actually put in the work that it takes to maintain that level that you're at. So to have a successful YouTube channel, how many videos do you really need to have a successful YouTube channel? If there was a number of, I need this many videos to have this many subscribers, what would it be? Well, I've got some figures for you to tell you exactly an average of how many videos you really need to create to reach these milestones that we were all aiming for. Firstly and foremost, just because you upload more videos doesn't mean that you're going to reach that milestone. More videos means more of a library of content, which therefore gives you a greater chance of more people finding your videos and allowing you to grow. But if you're just making videos and you're not improving your quality, if the quality isn't getting any better and you're not learning how to reach out to your audience and creating videos that you know people love, then you're not going to see those same results. So just creating poor quality content and just making heaps and heaps of videos but not actually working on yourself and making your videos better and making sure that you're actually creating videos that your audience loves and are responding to, then creating more videos isn't going to help. But if you put in the hard work and you make sure you're creating videos that your audience loves and that they're responding to, then these kind of averages are going to help you to reach these YouTube milestones. So before I give these figures, I just want to make it really clear that these calculations are averages. So as I said before, it does come down to your audience and how they're responding to your videos and the quality of your videos. These figures do not mean that if I do 100 videos, then I'll have this many subscribers. It doesn't work like that. It can be less than this average or it can be more than this average, depending on how your audience is responding to your videos. Just wanted to make that really clear before we run through these figures. Also, these averages are pretty accurate. It's done through a database through TubeBuddy, and this was taken from about 3.5 million channels, so it's going to be pretty accurate. So how many videos do you need to create on average to reach a milestone of 1 million subscribers? Well, based on those channel averages, you would need to have created 3,873 videos to reach 1 million subscribers. Now, to reach 100,000 subscribers to 1 million subscribers, you would need to have created on average 1,171 videos. To reach 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers, you would need to have created at least 418 videos. And for those of you who's thinking, what about for 1,000 subscribers, or for those smaller milestones, how many videos would I need to create then? Well, for 1,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers, you would need to have created 152 videos. Now, like I said, these are just averages, and this is from a huge database of channels. So obviously these averages can vary from channel to channel, but it gives you an idea of just how many videos it takes to really grow on YouTube and to really reach those milestones on YouTube. It takes a lot of hard work, determination, true grit, and sweat, blood, and tears to reach those milestones. And the only way to get there is by creating more and more content, learning from your mistakes, learning what works, what doesn't, and always finding it in yourself to never give up and to always better yourself. You can always improve. If you have that attitude where my videos are good enough and YouTube just doesn't like small channels, that is absolutely not true. It all comes down to the content that you make, the information in your video, and how your audience is responding to it. So put simply, the more videos you have, the more audience you'll reach. YouTube will have a greater chance of showing it to the right people, and that's where you'll really start to grow on YouTube and have a successful YouTube channel. Question of the day: have you started a YouTube channel, and would you have guessed any of these figures for reaching those milestones? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Really does help support the channel, and make sure that you do subscribe to join the Creator Nation and learn how to turn your passion into a dream job. Now, if you did enjoy this video, I know you'll love these other videos. Definitely go ahead and check those out, and I'll see you there. Peace out.